Good evening, class. This is Miss M, and tonight we will be talking about average. For your first question, we have 3 bags. Each bag contains oranges. Each orange circle represents an orange. So for our first bag, we have 4. Our second bag, we have 9. And our third bag, we have 5. To find the average of oranges, we need to add all of our values up and divide by the number of values that we have. So first we add 4 plus 9 plus 5, which equals 18. So we found the total of our values together. Now we need to divide by the number of values we have. So we need to do 18 divided by 3, which is 6. So our average of oranges is 6. For our next question, Sally has 36 stamps, Mary has 38, and Lillian has 40. We want to know the average of the stamps. So remember, our average, we need to find the total of all the values together divided by how many values we have. So for this, we need to add 36 plus 38 plus 40, which equals 114. Now we need to divide by how many values we have, which is 3. So we divide 114 by 3. Which gives us 38. Our average of stamps is 38. For our next question, it says, Jay's average score for 5 tests is 74.6. We want to know his total score. So they gave us our average, which is 74.6, but we want to know the total score. So our usual formula is the number of values all combined over how many values we have, which in this case we have 5 tests. So that's how many values we have. That would equal our average, but we know our average in this question, which is 74.6. We want to know the total number of our values. So, to get that answer, we need to multiply each side by 5 to get the total number of values, the total of our values. So, 74.6 times 5 is 373. So our total score of all 5 tests combined is 373. For our next question, we have the average of 3 books, which is $4.50. The average of 2 books is $3.90. We want to know the cost of the third book. So we want to know the cost of 1 book. So first, we need to find out the total of the 3 books and subtract it from the total of the 2 books. And that will give us the total of 1 book. So to find the total of 3 books, we need to take the average of them and multiply it by how many there are. which gives us $13.50. Now, we need to multiply the average of the 2 books, which is $3.90, by how many books there are. Which is $7.80. So we have the total cost of 3 books and we have the total cost of 2 books. If we subtract those two amounts, we'll get the total cost of the third and 1 book. Which equals $5.70. So the total cost of 3 books together was $13.50. The total cost of 2 books together was $7.80, and the total cost of the third book by itself was $5.70. Now for your homework, I want to know what is the average test score for the data I've given you. Now remember, average is the total of all your values together divided by how many values you have. Good luck and post your answers on Edmodo.